And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OSC. We have our next series. We have our round of 16 match, and we are jumping right on in and spawning in the bottom hand corner of ley lines. We have the American Terran player. We have the Orange Terran representing Detonate. It is Dolan. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the American Zerg player. We have the I'm assuming American Zerg. We have the blue Zerg player. It is ThatOneDude. Who is he? It's ThatOneDude. Yeah, I know him. Yeah. If you're in the chat, predictions open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. As luck in the chat as we are jumping into our ZVT. Here we go. And Dolan does open up 2 ranks Reaper. Oh boy, so an aggressive start here from Dolan. The goal here typically is to contain the Zerg player, to deny the third base as well, and to try to delay their economy for as long as possible. Meanwhile, ooh, we are going gasless. Hatchery before gas, before spawning pool as well, by the way. This is a very greedy build, assuming we're okay, scouting, never mind. I was concerned for a moment with the timing of that drone, but no, it does get a spawning pool, thankfully. So hatchery, pool, gas. Oh, okay, interesting. Interesting variation of opener here from our Zerg player. Looks like with the drone he was just scouting for proxies. So just scouting for proxies, a little bit paranoid here. This is considered to be inefficient. You can get the scout information that was just received here by just moving out with your Overlord and keeping your Overlord in position outside of the base. So this is, again, just a little bit of paranoid play here from our Zerg player. From here, Dolan is just enjoying his opener. This Overlord scout should confirm the Raxes. So ThatOneDude should be soon aware. And my apologies, I assume 2 ranks Reaper. It's 2 ranks Marine is trying to hunt down the Overlord. He's searching for said Overlord. Overlord does barely slip by, but the Marines will find it and will ideally hunt it down. And the Overlord is going to get caught out. Behind this, we have a pair of 6 Lings on the way. Okay, so making an extra pair of Lings. Is aware that there's no Reaper, of course, so now can freely expand. Again, there's Marines, no Reaper. Unfortunately, though, ThatOneDude doesn't know if there's an expansion, doesn't know what kind of setup we have here. This could be the beginning of a 1-base all-in, or it could not. 3rd Rex on the way, 3 Rex. Okay, 3 Rex stim here from the side of Dolan. Is going to commit. Lings, oh god, yeah, they're getting called out. They should not have been here, not against the Mass Marine. Yeah, and this is just a really shaky start here. Would you have a safety spine crawler on the way? Again, the problem here with the spine crawler is that ThatOneDude, he doesn't know what's happening. He doesn't. There could be an all-in coming his way, or there could not be. Right now, we can see there's an expansion. The spine crawler currently is a waste of resources. Like we could just be droning, saturating, getting another expansion, getting a 3rd base here, building up, and ideally fanning out some Zerglings to scout any kind of move out. We can see Dolan's even just getting a bunker. He's waiting for stim. Dolan is waiting for his own 4x Mass Marine timing. Right now is when the Zerg player needs to drone as much as possible, needs to take a 3rd base, needs to drone up while they can, and then be able to afford an army to defend against the later timing that's on the horizon. Making units early, making spine coolers early is just hurting ThatOneDude in the long run. So he is hurting himself here. As he's now poking out. Now we'll confirm that there is the expansion. 3rd base now on the way. It's a late 3rd for our Zerg. Does confirm saturation. But again, the droning is delayed. Oh no, gets some fly blocked as well. So a shaky start here for ThatOneDude. And Dolan, he will soon move out. I mean, we're just waiting for the upgrades, waiting for Sim, waiting for combat shields. It is going to be a brutal defense. Now, to defend against this, there are a couple of different ways. If we did have a better economy and a 3rd base and queens for injections and larva, then you can respond with Ling Bane. Otherwise, you can get into a faster Roach Horn and respond with a Roach Ravager base defense instead. Here, fast lair. Oh god, that's a big investment. That's a lot of resources being spent. Not in defense. So fast lair into a more delayed Baneliness. Gas geysers on the way. And I'll be honest, I don't think ThatOneDude can survive against this Marine move out. This Marine move out, it's going to be brutal here. If Dolan moves out, he is going for a factory, so he might even just wait for starports. He might wait for the starport, might wait for medevacs. We'll see if he does wait before pushing. If he does, then ThatOneDude will have a chance to defend. He's stuck on 27 drones. Again, undersaturated here. The natural, more spine crawlers on the way. I mean, at this point, he has to, right? Like, as I mentioned previously, like, the time to drone was earlier, and the time to drone has passed. And here comes the move out. Dolan catching another Overlord. Now, there's a chance if we can surround the army, if these Banelings can connect, then that one dude can hold. But is heavily reliant here on these Banelings connecting. Here, they'll start step back. Banelings rolling in. No target firing. Oh, but yeah, it gets off creep. Yeah, it does get off of creep. Banelings, they do not connect. Okay, some of them do. We get some okay connections, but that was it. That was the entire army. Queens are going down, fighting out of range of the spine crawlers. Third base will fall. And Dolan can break through. Now we see what the now we see what the lair was for. Interesting. Going for the Baneling drop into the main. Now it's making a little bit more sense. As we can waddle in. Let's go. Likewise, Dolan, I don't think he's noticed, so SVs are going to go down. And we can get maybe 10, ideally, at least. Assuming we drop them. Assuming we drop... There we go. Oh no! I think I aggroed onto the Marines. Yeah, no major connections. Unfortunately, they get aggroed in. Yeah, no shots going off. Dolan, he does react in time, does pull away. There was potential. There was potential. And from here, Dolan can push. Just waiting for his medivacs. Waiting for his medivacs before he can move out. Then he can pull the trigger. Behind us, you have Burrow on the way. That's a creative way to defend, despite being down in supply. True, true. Like setting up these borrowed mines, or the Banelings, I should say, to connect. Like that would be a really fun way to hold. Unfortunately, it's not going to finish in time. Oh, no! Yeah, late switch from Dolan, very late, but GG, well played, as there's nothing left, and Dolan will take game at number 1. GG. Dolan, he does take a lead in the series. Again, it was just a really rough start from ThatOneDude. As we mentioned, unfortunately, he just was unaware as to how aggressive Dolan was being. He did open up 2x Marine, but remember, he was expanding, he was saturating, he was working towards stim, getting a bunker, like he was building up towards a later timing. Unfortunately, ThatOneDude, because he had limited vision, because he wasn't fully aware, he was making spines early on, making links early on, he was laying his own drone production, he was laying his own third base as well, and because of all those delays, he could not keep up supply-wise in the long run with Dolan. So again, just over-invested into units early on without recognizing that he was safe to drone and safe to expand. GG. GG, well played. With that, we are now getting into game number 2, and we'll see how we can recover, how we can come back. Let's go. Game 2, Ultra Love. Game 2 is going to be on Ultra Love. And again, this is going to be a smaller map. Aggression is more favored here. Oh. Beautiful. As we are getting into our next game. Looks like we do have some other updates in the bracket as well. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. The bracket is progressing. And we are getting into game number 2. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ultra Love, we have the American Terran player. We have the Orange Terran representing Detonate, leading the series 1-0. The favorite player coming into this, it is Dolan. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have more of an amateur player, more of a dark horse, and we'll see what he can bring to the table. We have our Zerg player. It is ThatOneDude. Who is he? That's ThatOneDude. Oh, yeah. ThatOneDude. I know. Hi. Let's go. Let's go. So getting into our ZVT, and we'll see how we open up, how we adjust. We might try to be a more aggressive instead and try to be the aggressor against Dolan. Meanwhile, standard opener. Last game, of course, it was a low ground 2-rack setup. This time it is going to be a racks expand. So standard opener out of Dolan. Meanwhile, from the side of ThatOneDude is just going hatch gas pool. I'm assuming last game he did go for a hatch pool gas opener and did invest into extra Zerglings. Again, we'll see how he adjusts. For now, we can see that he is once again scouting very diligently here for proxies. Unfortunately, this is going to mean that his overlord is going to be late across the map. Yeah, so the scout across the map is going to be delayed here, as he's once again very paranoid regarding proxies. For those that are curious, typically it isn't really worth doing this. It's worth checking the nearby proxy location and then going back with your second overlord. The reason for this is one, if you're moving out your overlords like this, you don't actually get to scout the outside of your main base. So if the proxy is barely out of vision, then the bunkers come in, then the SCVs come in, and you actually have a late scout of what's happening. Whereas if you check the nearby proxy location, then come back in time, then the overlord will return in time to spot any SCVs moving in and any bunkers to be set up. So ideally you want to be parking your second overlord outside of your base to confirm a proxy instead of moving out as far as we have to try to scout it. On top of that, it also means that we have no overlord to get across the map. For all that one dude knows, there could be another 2-racks Marine opener or 2-racks Reaper. As we are setting up. Behind this, Dolan going for a standard opener, just racks expand into factory. Reactor Hellion going to be on the way. Into a proxy starport. That is not standard. Okay, now with a proxy starport you can be a little bit spicy here. This could just be a drop, right? This could just be a proxy medevac to go for a Hellion drop into the main. So it could just be a little bit more vanilla. Otherwise this could be proxy liberator and we could go Hellion harass into the natural and then liberator into the main instead. This could be even spicier and you go for a proxy fusion core into tech lab into proxy BC. And we can just go full Gumiho. Is he going for the fusion core? The SV moves back. Up. Show us the core. Yeah, there it is. So we are going full Gumiho. Is going to be proxy fusion core into the tech lab into proxy BC. I believe when Gumiho did this, he went double starport, not singular starport, if I'm not mistaken. But it's been a while. It's been like a year. But yes, Gumiho did do this not too long ago in competitive play. Este Gumiho. See, really, Gumiho was watching Dolan. True. Makes sense. But yeah, we're going proxy BC. Meanwhile, ThatOneDude is going for one base all in. Okay, one base all in. Does cut workers early on. 28 drones here is the max where we stop, and we are flooding roaches across the map. Now, this can actually work quite well. BCs take a long time. Not just that, but this BC is proxied, so it won't be at home to defend. True, it can teleport. True, it can teleport back home, but it's going to take a long time to produce, even going into Yamato. And that means that the army here for Dolan is that much smaller, that much weaker, and he doesn't know what's happening. He doesn't know what's going on. He did scout. Did see the gases, did not see the roach one. He should know something's wrong. He should recognize something is wrong, something is missed, but he has not confirmed. There we go. Roaches are now revealed. And Dolan is in trouble. Yeah, Dolan, he's in trouble. He has to kite back. He has to evacuate his own natural. More Hellions are coming, but Hellions, they will not help against the roaches, and he needs that BC to defend. Again, Dolan just being a little bit too greedy here. Does wall up. The Hellions, I mean, despite tickling these roaches, they're getting damage done. 6 SCVs going to be going down. Dolan is holding the line. BC's on the way. How many queens? 2. 2 queens. That won't be enough to defend against the BC. Ravagers are morphing in, and again, that one dude committing to the all-in. And again, Hellions struggle against roaches. I love that the weakened roaches morph into Ravagers. Knocking down the front door. BC heads into the main. BC does get a Queekle. Now going for the natural spores. Oh, I'm not sure if they're going to finish. Hellbats morph in. Okay. Ooh. Whilst down one of the Hellbats. Wait, Hellmaster will be sturdier here in the defense. Yeah, we collapse on the roaches, and Dolan defends. Yeah, Dolan, he does defend, he does clean up. Oh my god. ASV's going to be going down. At the same time, BC across the map does take down the queen, does take down one of the spores. Yamato goes off, takes out another spore. And with that, Dolan, he does have enough here. He's down to 9 SCVs, that's true, but he has mules. And on top of that, that one BC, I mean, there's no defense. There's nothing here for the BC. There's one queen. The one queen kind of hold on. We have a wall of spores on the way. Zero mining, zero economy. He's going for the spores first, just to ensure he can kill. Second BC's on the way. I believe one spore will finish here at the natural. One spore will complete. But that one dude is broke. Canceling this would give him a refund for extra queens, but even then, it might be too late. Maybe Yamato's almost ready. Or sorry, there is a Yamato ready. And there's Yamato on the spore. Spore goes down, and the BCs. GG well played. BCs that will rain down here on the natural, but hey, shout out to that one dude because he was able to make it spicy, able to bust into the main base, able to trade against the Hellions, and GG. Good luck in the rest of the tournament. Dolan will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the quarterfinals. GG. GG, well played. There was definitely potential. There was potential there from the side of that one dude. Unfortunately, he just was unaware of the proxy BC, so he had no defensive setup. He had no spores. He only had 2 queens. If he had an extra pair of queens, if he had a spore ready, then maybe he could have defended, but GG. GG, well played. With that, congratulations, Dolan. He will claim the series, but a shout out to that one dude for, again, having a spicy game here for game number 2 and almost catching Dolan with his pants down. Or he did catch it with his pants down, but he pulled him back up there. Did pull him back up. GG. With that, we are going to be following Dolan into his next series, I would imagine. Let's quickly catch up. Here we go.